Well, hello there. What do we got going on? We got some harping going on. How are y'all doing? It's a wonderful, chilly evening, spring evening here in Kansas. Got some harps to be played. What has everybody been playing as of late? I've been playing. I just got this in. This is a Zavitowski Munharp in G. Very gnarly. I've been getting down on this about the last 3 nights. Hey, Charles Longstaff, how you doing? How's the harping treating you? How's the weather treating you? It's chilly here. I really dig that harp though. Svitowski. Marshall, how you doing? Mark Swartout, how you doing? Oh, the ukulele dude's in the house, he says. How's the ukulele treating you? Let's see, what other one of... Oh, yeah, the Panav. I kept a Panav for myself. And I really, really enjoy it. Where is my giant Panav harp? If and I can... There you are. Big, stiff-reeded. He says, wet mud season and winter comes back. Yeah, we've had a touch of winter come back. We had some snowflakes fall on Thursday, or was it Friday? And then some other parts of the state got a little bit. Hey, Serenity the Therian. How you doing? This is the Panav. When I initially played the Panav, they're melodic, but the sound's pretty simple. I'm like, where's the rest of the sound? Then I started playing. I'm like, oh, there it is. I really, really enjoy the Panav. It says we got 5 inches of snow. Oh yeah, the Panav one I kept for myself. They're big rebar harps. I would say there's not any saturation to them. Waiting on the recording studio to get me. Oh, cool. Oh yeah, post a link to it and I'll share it if I can. I love seeing other people's harp playing. Oh, I seen a really good video on Facebook today. The San Francisco Jaw Harp Choir put out one of two of their members playing that was absolutely fantastic. Hey, Steve Packus, how are you doing? How's everything out yonder? Oh, the Makseyev, I have not yet. I haven't had much time. I have built one harp of my own design. It's on my list for the future. Putting like here, I'll just grab it. Where did he? Yeah, the copper forged Makseyev that he sent me. I got to put a reed in it, and just haven't had time yet. Plus, I'm working on developing my skills a little bit better because it's pretty intimidating working on a Makseyev because Makseyev is a fantastic maker. I don't want to deform or ruin the frame, so I'm gonna probably in the fall is probably when I'll have time to put a reed in it, and I'll probably do a whole video of the whole process. What else? Oh yeah, the Bhagavana. This is a newer, more Chang maker. It's Rekariam's son. Bhagavana is making a tailless. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, they look about like Mohan, and I asked if he was influenced by Mohan, and he said he was, because his reed has a convex grind and then it's flat on the back like the Mohan. So, but it has a much different feel than the Mohan do. And we see a spiral loop trigger like some of the Mohan mid-range and bass. Between the 3 harps I got him, I've been getting lost on them quite a bit. This one especially. There I'm doing my percussive, all one in breath. I'm drawing in, and I'm saying instead of I'm doing it on the in breath. But I'm doing it on the in breath, and then I'm at the end. I'm just letting out a big puff of air. And sometimes I flare my lips out away so that I can let more air out past the reed without stopping it. Oh yeah, and somebody mentioned the Pokin. The Pokin are back in stock. Some of the Pokin are fairly melodic too. I've been kind of doing that same rhythm, that same open-close rhythm for the past 3 or 4 days. I seem to be stuck in that rhythm. What's everybody been up to? What harps have y'all been playing? What have you been enjoying? What have you been into? Hey, what should we play? Maybe I need to play something totally different other than the 3 harps I've been playing all week. My son's at grandma's this weekend, so I can actually play the loudest harps I want. So let's play something really super screaming loud. We'll play all my screamers. This one, the Yorick is loud. Gapped, super tight. It's like I'm doing that same in breath, but I'm saying yet. So I got that percussive. Also got some stuff going on at the back of my throat and a little bit open closed glottis. Yet. But I'm doing it on the in breath. If I was to say it, it's like I'm saying yet. There's some emphasis on some of the beats. Yet. But I'm doing it on that in breath. Oh, nice. I'm glad you're enjoying it. And I really find a lot of fun doing stuff on in-breaths, doing my percussives on in-breaths. Because in the past, I've always done them just on the out-breaths. But you can do percussives inward, outward, open, close, inward, outward. There, it's like I'm saying yuck, yuck. Or yacht, yet, yet, yacht, yet. You can either go yuck or yacht. And with that yuck noise, something that I like to say a lot is yuck, yuck. There's a yuck, 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 yuck. Because you get open, closed glottis in there, you get that bouncing breath. And you can just stay locked in that rhythm for a while, and then bring the tone up, bring it back down. There I'm putting the C at the beginning and the end. There before I was yuck, 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 or yuck, yuck, and then I'm yuck, 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 yuck. What rhythms can someone do techno on the harp? Let's play something techno-y. My favorite harps for techno, I don't really play techno. I guess I'd probably play more trancey, outer spacey noise. But if you want that techno-y robot sound, Glazerin are already a harp that sounds super robotic. Let's see if I can find one of my Glazerin. Here's a Wave. Wave isn't an expensive harp either. Now what I'm going to be doing is for this, I'm not going to breathe at first. I'm just going to be breathing in and out through my nose. Oh, Porky's like techno. Somebody just commented that Porky did a cool techno sound video recently. Yeah, Porky Miller, NAGH member, has fantastic techno, outer space, just awful. Like if you ever see him play in person, it's just awesome as well. First, we'll start if you want to just make robot noises. Somebody commented wanting no techno rhythms. Breathe in and out through your nose. That way your breath's not affecting it. You can start by saying yet, 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 or net, 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 or net, net, net. And as you move your tongue up and down, doing the same thing. Hey, George Campbell, how you be doing? How's things going? We're going over some techno. Somebody asked about techno or robotic or outer spacey. I'm just going to say yet, 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 and then we'll say yet, 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 yet. And at the end of the yet, I'm going to enunciate or overpronounce or put emphasis on the yet, 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 because I'm adding a little. It sounds like a little cymbal or a little hi-hat going on. Yet, 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 and we can bring our tongue up. We can bring it down to modulate a little bit. There, I was doing it on the out breath, and we can do it breathing in and out through the nose for a different effect. And we can add a little bit more percussion there. We'll just give that a try. Oh, I added something a little extra. We'll just do the. Now we're doing that on an out breath. After we do like, let's say 2 or 3 rotations of the. We've exhaled all this breath, so we need to get breath back in. So we'll do the same thing, going back in. So you can do it on the in and the out breath to keep the rhythm going. And in between some of them, you can draw air in or blow air out, and it has a cool little effect we can add there. Because whenever I construct a rhythm, I like to do it in layers. I'll start doing something simple, and it feels like it's rotating, coming back around where it was, and then I'll add something else. I like to think of a rhythm like a wheel turning. We'll just do that, and we'll add a few things. And whenever I switch, I'm starting on the out breath. Whenever I switch to the in breath, I'll just give a little head nod so you can hear the difference in between the in breath and the out breath percussive. And I don't know if that's what it's called. That's just what I call it. And there I'm adding the back of my tongue, a little bit of percussives from that. So let your tongue, don't be afraid to let the back side of your tongue, because there I'm starting off just with the tip of my tongue doing my percussive. Don't be afraid to let the back of your tongue do percussives as well. There's some really cool stuff you'll find, how the air channels and how the sound changes when the back of your tongue curls up and down. And it's in my rhythms, it's very, very small adjustments and just adding parts. Because I started out jumping all around with making weird sounds of the harp, and I have better luck making small modulations and small changes. It's easier to follow and easier to keep together. And I don't really pluck super fast in and out. I do a lot of inward plucking, slower, because the faster I pluck, the more I find that it stops the sound. Because if you're plucking to every time your finger touches the reed, it kind of stops resonating for a second. So if you start plucking it really fast inward and outward, especially for me, I'll notice that the resonance stops. The resonance, I've cradled and built up. So I let my percussive, my open close, my breath be fast, but my plucking most of the time is slow. There I'm just doing some out and in. And I'm flaring out the corner of my mouth too. Some stuff going on with my tongue. So I start off with those simple things, and then I just start adding things to it. I think of it like a wheel coming around. I let it go a couple rotations, and then I'll add something else, and I'll add something else, and we'll just see where it goes. This is a Glazern wave, one of the cheapest of the Glazern. You don't need an expensive harp to have a lot of fun. Most of my best times playing a harp is probably harps $50 and under. Lots of Morcheng. There I'm doing kind of a double percussive at the end of there. There I switched over. I did some in and out breaths, and then I switched over to like what I'd call a breathless play, which I'm breathing, but I'm breathing in and out through my nose. I don't know what other harpists call it. I just call it breathless play because I'm not breathing actually through the harp. I'm breathing in and out through my nose. We'll go a couple rotations of that. There I'm doing it on out breath, and the kind of fast percussive at the end I'm doing at the in breath. I'm sneaking that breath in there, and then I'll do a couple rotations of that, and then I'll do some breathless play and just hear how a little bit of breath or no breath or percussives just with breathing in and out through your nose, because I think some of the resonance kind of echoes up into your sinus cavity. Don't quote me on that, I'm not sure, but it feels like it changes it in that respect as well. There I'm throwing back in that. And you can really put some emphasis on that. I think it closes the glottis as well. And I've done the same rhythm, but with breath, without breath, with percussive. So I've done a lot of the same things, but it sounds different. Let's do that on a Morcheng. Some of the most outer spacey things out there, I think, are Morcheng. Oh, this Mohan gift he gave me. I know when I turn around, you can't hear me very well because of the microphone, but I talk turned around. My wife sometimes gets mad because I'll start up a conversation and I'll walk out of the room still talking. There's a buzzing transformer near my house, the crazy electrical something. Oh, nice. Oh, that duet would probably go well with that. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's George Campbell. He's a a bagpipe player as well. Has the bagpiping help with your harping, help with your breathing and all that? Because I imagine there's probably a lot of breath control involved in a bagpipe, but I'm not sure. I've never played a bagpipe. I know didgeridoo players take really well to the harp. Actually, some of the easiest people I've ever taught how to play harp have been harmonica players as well. I'm gonna do that same rhythm on this Mohan gift. This is basically a really decorated traditional Mohan. Oh man, that thing is fearsome loud. Yeah, I never get to break the Mohan out and play it that loud because normally most of my quality playing time is after my son Donovan goes to sleep. So that harp is screaming. Let's play some other loud harps. I've always been playing lots of quieter harps because that just fits in with what I want to do as far as not waking my kid up at night better. So let's play some other loud harps. Oh, this is an exciting day. I get to play some loud harps. Oh yeah, the Litvinov are just screamers. This beautiful harp is hung on my wall for so long unplayed. The Lit G2. He's got. I talked to him a couple months ago. He's got some new forms coming out. Some forged stainless ones that look really nice. Yeah, the Lit. Yeah, I wouldn't say that's quite as loud. Now I might get lightheaded. George says now I might get lightheaded from the scotch you drank. Good deal. I might have a beer or two tonight to relax and wind down from the evening. I spent the day doing some drywall work on my house. It's a good day. I didn't get a video out today. I did want to get a video out. There just wasn't time. It was kind of a drywalling emergency. What else? Oh, yes, the Eye by Naya. That's a loud harp. The loudest one I played so far has been that Mohan gift. I might break out a Govatsoyev I got in the cabinet. Let's stick with the techno. Let's see how techno comes out on a Naya. It's spelled Naya, but I think it's closer. His name is pronounced closer to Niega or Ni. We'll just leave it as a Niega. But yeah, Knyha. Oleg Naya. What is the letters on harps like D or G? Oh, that is a good. Saruman asked a good question. That would be like the note. If a harp's tuned, it could be tuned, to D or G are really common tunings. A. I like for like my meditative play. I like for a harp to be untuned, but it doesn't have to be For like melodic play, a lot of the times I like something around a G2 or F2 or F2 sharp is about the range. I really like the tuning F2 sharp or even an untuned instrument around there. Yeah, that's super outer spacing. There, I'm adding that percussive. I'm not going but I'm just bringing the tip of my tongue up. And I'm also saying, like I was saying, yo, yo, yo. Let's try that. Yo, yeah, yeah, yo, yeah. But I'm not vocalizing. I'm not really even moving any air. Or maybe I'm moving a little bit. Here I'm playing a little bit breathless, but letting air just gradually seep out through the harp. And when I need to get air back in, I'm flaring out the corner of my mouth. Because if I just draw air in that fast, it seems to slow down or stop the reed. So I'll open up a corner of my mouth and draw it in. If I don't bring my lips off it, I have this effect. I'm moving so much air that it wants to bring the reed back to that resting position. So I'll flare my lips out, the corner of my mouth out, almost like I'm winking away. Or sometimes I'll just peel my lips off of it. There's me doing out and in breaths and just flaring my lips out away. Jonathan Rowell says, I find some of my best playing is when I'm visualizing things in the sounds. Yeah, I like to, you'll see, I like to close my eyes a lot and just get truly, truly lost in the sound. Want some more tea. Sometimes I go way far out in my meditations playing, and like I'll be doing open close rhythms for so long and managing my breath really well, not breathing a whole bunch because I'm doing sipping on air. I'm just giving fast puffs of air out in and with close. And when I finish playing like that for 6 or 7 minutes, I'll open my eyes back up and have to be like, oh yeah, I am here in my basement playing. I love playing the harp. I love how you can just get completely lost in the instrument. What else can I play? I'm gonna play that Guvat Soy. I probably didn't pronunciate that right. That is a loud harp. It has a touch of like a whee at the end. The Guvat Soy, it looks like a horse. You'll see lots of imagery in Yakutian instruments for horses. I won't play this one very much because this isn't my instrument. It's not like a clean bell. There's a lot of whoosh, a lot of meditative something else in there. Serenity the Therian says, oh nice. There I'm doing percussives with the tip of my tongue. You don't have any example of a tuner, for example. The tuner I use, I actually downloaded, but I don't like the free tuner apps. I don't want tuner app to steal my information off my phone. What I did is I went in the app store and I got the Total Energy Tuner. It was like $5 and that's fantastic. Like, because a lot of times I'll get customers who want something tuned in a different scale other than 440 hertz. I can switch right in between there, has metronome features, and it's super, super accurate. So that's the tuner I recommend. It's just the one you can get on your phone, that Total Energy Tuner. And it's like $5 and well worth it. I did not enjoy any of the free ones I downloaded. This one's a screamer too. Oh, that is Oh, that is loud. It almost moves my eyeballs. Sometimes if you're looking, it's cool to go look at a screen like the if you have a red numbering on your microwave or on your oven or like on a Traeger grill. Look at it while you're playing. You'll notice it moves, and that's the only time I can notice my eyes moving is like when I'm looking at like a red digital readout, like a red clock. Alarm clock will work as well, and I think it's because your eyes are literally vibrating. And when you're looking at most objects, your brain just edits it out. It corrects out the vibration. But when you're looking at like a clock or something like that, numerical, you can still see the movement. Let's see, what else should I play? Something else is loud. Oh yeah, my Priadkin. Then I'm gonna play my Mohan bass and just go super deep with it. I really need to work on like the lower formant of the instrument, like playing lower and deeper on basses, because a lot of times I'm playing in the same register, in the same, I don't know if I use the word register correctly, but I'm playing with the same mouth shapes and the same mouth forms that I do on higher instruments, and those lower instruments want to be deeper. I believe that's called a deeper formant. There's different formats or different ranges. Oh yeah, and I talked to Priadkin, maker of this harp, and he's making some melodic harps as well. Because these are more like his Homa style. He has a cool story. I'll have to post the. I'll have to read a write out of what he said. His story was how he found the harp. He went to stay with a shaman because he became ill when he was growing up, and the shaman used to play the Homus, Khomus, for him, and then he said he wanted to make it, and the shaman said, well, someday you will. And now Priadkin's making really, really nice harps. Oh, I know what I want to play. I want to play my Burtsev. I wear my Burtsev every time I go out when I'm not at work. Oh, I hope your dad gets to feeling better. I hope he gets out of ICU. Best wishes and prayers for him. Let's see, what should we... Oh, yes, I was going to play the Burtsev. Got to oil my Priadkin. Oil it well. I'm going to play all the loud instruments today. I like that. Oh, yeah, and then I can play one of mine, too. I'll probably get some clicks, maybe. I find it's better to wear the necklace so that you don't have a string dangling around. I really like the Burtsev. It's a harp you got to keep moving. I've noticed that in some of the Yakutian instruments. They have really stiff reeds, so you got to keep the instrument moving. Let's see, oh yeah, the Chimchoyev. I got to play that. Get to play all the loud instruments tonight. And when I do play loud instruments, normally on a live upload, I'm playing them a lot softer because I'm trying to make less noise. But tonight is a night for making of noise. Oh yeah, I got that new Maxeyev a while back that I never even really played. There I'm, oh, that was cool. There I'm just moving the back of my tongue up and down. I'm breathing in and out through my nose and just moving the back of my tongue up and down. I don't know what a good exercise for doing that would be. It's kind of a feeling. Just holding the front of your tongue. I think it's, yeah, I'm kind of holding it up, but not all the way at the top of the roof of my mouth, cupping it and then moving the back of it. See if I can get that going again. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm bracing the tip of my tongue up against the roof of my mouth so that the back is free to move. Hey, somebody says I just got my own Pokken 2 weeks ago. Oh, cool. I'm so happy for your new venture into playing the harp. It's such an exciting time to be learning the harp, or even if you've been learning a while playing the harp, because every week I come out, I discover something new about either myself or about playing the harp or a subtle nuance. So I think I'm really excited about the harp because it's something that I don't think that you ever quit learning on and ever quit enjoying. And I hope I hope I have the ability to play until I'm a very old man, and I hope that I never stop learning the instrument. I hope that I'm always a student of the form of the harp. That's how I'm doing. That's how I'm moving the back of my tongue. I'm bracing the tip of my tongue so that it can't move, and then pushing, and the backs of my tongue, kind of the corners of it, are going up and down. Yeah, play something else. We're at 37 minutes. We'll play another 5 minutes and then get on with our evenings. Do. Now the caffeine is starting to take hold. I quit drinking caffeine during the week, and I only drink it really on the weekend. Not even coffee so much. I'm pretty caffeine sensitive. A couple glasses of tea are enough to get me good and going. A glass of iced tea carried me through the day during drywall work. And I'm not a drywaller, but I can do it. So would. Oh, thank you, Mr. Free. What else should we play? Oh, yeah. This. A Mock Save I got a while back. My personal collection. And it's fairly loud, so I haven't been playing it a whole lot. But the little man's at Grandma's today, so I don't have to worry about waking him. And the Mock Save just gaps things so perfectly. And there, I'm not even really doing a percussive. I'm just, and that out breath kind of gives it a percussive effect. That's just from punching an out breath on a super tight gapped harp. If I was to just exhale all at once, it would probably stop the reed because the reed rests perfectly in the center. Let's just try that. That reed's so stiff and powerful, even my breath wouldn't stop it. Yeah, it powers right through it. That's a good balance of tight gaps and stiffness there. Let's see, what else should we play? What should I play? Oh yeah, the something else that's loud, the Maranzano. Talked to La Rosa a while back. I've been taking orders for people for his harps, and he's no longer accepting orders from stores, so he wants to focus on creativity and stuff like that. So don't know if I'll be getting any more Maranzano in the future from La Rosa, but they are, if you can get one from him, they are fantastic. It's Giuseppe La Rosa. One of the best ones out of the batch I sent to a good friend, George. It was absolutely clean, perfect bell ring. This one has a good bell ring, but it has a touch of a zhuzh in the background. Anytime I have a harp that has a good bell ring, but it has that zhuzh, that secondary quality or whatever, a little bit of corruption of the cleanliness of the tone, it makes for a really meditative play because you're playing all these rhythms and open close, and you have this zhuzh, a really pleasing thing going on in the background. Let's see if I can get that going. You can hear the bell ring. And there's a crackling, droning buzz. And all jaw harps are drone instruments. There's a fundamental tone, I guess, that it creates, that it makes all the time. But some harps are really apparent in that fundamental tone. And I'm probably misusing all these proper, specific musical terms, but that's okay. This is actually a bass Maranzano. Most of the more traditional Maranzano, I believe, are like tuned C3 and above, which is pretty high. That's like high Morchang tuning. I know what I should play. I should play some Morsing. Got some Morsing that are almost ready to go back on the side as well. Morsing? How you doing, Morsing? There it is. Morsing draw start better than about anything. I've noticed some of the newer Gorka really, really well. They balance out that draw and a melodic nature. Anything with a draw is never going to have a clean melodic because the reeds offset forward, so you have this sound waves that are being produced a little bit at a time. It creates a buzzing in the background, but it gives you that added benefit of the draw because there's a whole other universe of draw starts. Neptune Shapotin from India, met him at the festival, at the North American Jaw Harp Festival. Fantastic individual. He can play a Morsi, and he can keep it just drawing and drawing and drawing and drawing. And that's something I probably need to work on in the future, is getting draw starts like that, because my draws are not on point like that. Let's just see if I can do this. Oh, that makes you lightheaded. Keeping the breath going. I'm going to add it to the play, I guess. I think I'm going to play one more harp. We're going to wrap it up. We've been going almost 45 minutes. I've had an awesome time. Thank you so much, everyone, for stopping by. I hope your harp playing is amazing. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. And I hope that the harps are teaching you something about yourself. And playing on this Vitowskian G I got. I love y'all. Be sure to keep your harps clean, keep them dry, keep them oiled. Be good to each other. And Dionysus says, I still think one of the coolest things about... Oh, yeah. About every culture has their version of the jaw harp. I seen a video. Somebody posted a YouTube video a while back of a guy who was playing... I don't know whether it was Central American or some other tribal culture. He had a big leaf, and then he had a stick, and he was hitting the leaf with a stick, and the leaf was up against his mouth, and he was manipulating the tones coming off it, kind of like you'd play a clackamore. Oh yeah, then there's this other cool instrument. Where's my scratchamore? The scratcher you. I've zoned out on the scratchamore quite a few times. I like to play with way down deep in my throat, doing some open close, and then breathing as well. You don't have any breath on a scratchamore or a clackamore, but you get this really creepy sound to it. Oh, also somebody said TED Talks. Yeah, there's a couple TED Talks. Morchink Walla and a couple other people do some TED Talks on the harp. Also, seek out a channel, Steve Kinwald. That's SteveKindwald. He has a morsing performance that is probably one of the most mind-blowing things I've ever seen. Yeah, Steve Kinwald, he's an awesome player. Anyways, I love y'all. Have a great weekend. Oh yeah, somebody else was asking earlier. I got on this huge techno kick. There's another thing you can do. Then I'll do it on the out breath. I'll do it on the in breath.